Get a couple people on. Let me get this little holder. Okay. So much to do. I'm late. A little slow this morning. And I'm gonna get the phone holder. People getting on. Hey ho, hello. Very nice. Oh, my hand's all wet. Where's the towel? So, hold on. Oh. Howdy ho, hello, hello, hello. I'm in H2, Hatchery 2 right now. Good morning, Dale, Lon. Good morning, people. Rise and shine. Sorry, I'm a little late start. So much to do. A lot of work this last week, especially yesterday. Working around this building, trying to get water changes done, moving fish around. What else? Fish don't always get along, which pisses me off. We had this poor female Samazi, for sure it's a female, put back up there and got beat up. So it's like permanently not going back in that tank. And then, which ties up more tank space. Then I tried putting that female Midas I brought from home and the male all at the same time, 94 gallon corner or cube tank over there. And that didn't go well. He beat the living crap out of her, like 12 hours overnight. Fish sometimes, especially cichlids, especially Central Americans. Oh my gosh. The Midas Red Devils are just mean. You need a really big tank, a pond, or you gotta divide them. So, yeah, now she's beat up. It's gonna take a while for her, a couple months probably to rehab. I'm gonna pull that male out. I'm not screwed trying to breed them. It's just too much of a pain in the ass. So now I'm gonna put the Gifriums that are upstairs in that tank. Hopefully that works out. It's more gallons, but it's 30 by 30, that tank, I think. So what's up, Bipolar? So I'm at Hatcheries. I didn't make it to the shop yet. Usually I'm there at 7:30, but getting out of my house was taking longer. I was doing stuff. Oh, everything's like, well, yeah, this worldwide freaking technology shutdown. My phone updated. I put it off and I scheduled it for like 3:30 this morning. But it's so slow to load up anything. I don't know if that's part of it, whatever, but it wasn't hardly working. I turned the phone off and turned it back on, and it wouldn't load like pictures or anything like on social media. I don't know, technology's a pain in the ass. It's actually dangerous, in my opinion. We're so reliant on technology. It's scary. So I'm H2. Let's go. We can look around. Yeah, not too many people on right now. A little slow to get on. They can go back and watch. A 205 with the wild Nangus and some F1s. Zaire Katumbas. There's one in that box filter. They're for sale. F1s, but they might be sold next weekend. Oh, I gotta take these Kagomas. I gotta move some fish. I need to empty some tanks. I'm trying to do away with some of the small tanks, lower tanks. There's a red for toasties. They're growing. Well, what the hell? I hate this thing. Why don't I just do it the first time? Stupid. Anti-technology, I swear. I'm getting old and grumpy. Excromus Jenny's. That's the beast. That was probably going to be the dominant male. Since that thing's like double the size of some of the other ones. What am I down to? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I know someone's gotten eaten or something. The red fronts. I read somewhere they came from Burundi's. Taiwan or somebody that got the color. Look at this Autosup's color now. Good morning, James. You're a little late like me today. Slow size. Grubber, which you never see these hardly anymore. Halamange, Grubber, Rostratus. I need to move them. I don't know. These need to breed. You can't find Rostratus hardly. Here's the Madoka Blue Lips. There's the male. There's 2 females in there. We got babies at the shop. I'd sell this trio. That breeding group of Morii. I need to move them up. There's Zyrocampampas. The old Zyrocampampas. There's some babies in there. There's a baby right there in that castle. There's another baby back there. 2 babies. They're 2.5, 3 inches. The Geertzai. Central Americans. I don't know what those are. Yeah, I'm alive. I just lost a Samazi this week, a small one, probably female. I don't know what gets in the fish. Look at that one's beat up. I'm gonna have to pull that one out. I just added another pipe and a plant, trying to add some more decor. That male's awesome. Add this power filter, help clear it out some. I know it gets up their butt sometimes. They get mean. There's a baby Kagoma, 7 bar. There's another baby. There's another baby. These are breeding. I think there's a female with a mouthful in there now. I have been pulling the spawns. I missed a spawn these F1 Kapampa. I seen a baby yesterday. There's a male. Ooh, look at that color. His face. Yeah, James, I think I am Friday and coming back Saturday. I'll be there Friday evening and Saturday morning. I'm gonna hopefully sell a bunch of Fertosas. That's the goal. I'm gonna go down there, try to make some money, and leave. Zaire Makulas. All those Mazwas are ready. I gotta get those out. The filter's clogged. Burundis, those 2, another tank. They're MOBAs. Wrecking the tank. Sorry for the glare. It's horrible in here. The old Burundi group, which is still breeding, I want to move them. I want to put the F1 MOBAs down there and there. Mazwas, there's babies all in here. Look at the mug on that thing. There's the boy. Probably about 15 inches or so. And babies everywhere in there. There's some Mozzies. That's probably one of my favorites. Menagerie. Gnathochromis permaloxolaris. I want to sell 2 of them. No, I might just take all 3 and get rid of them. Those I might take to show. There's the big old guy. Probably one of my oldest fronts. Some more babies, Burundis. There's some more Zyrocampampas. There's the Katumbas, which I only have 6 babies. They don't breed hardly ever. Gorgeous fish though. Slow size. One of my favorite Mabunas. So the Walarifi ACIs, one of my favorite ACIs, if that's true. Some more red fronts, the Maury eyes. There's another Gerber eye, male. Sunshine peacocks. This group I'm selling. This Mapemways I imported a while back. I think there's like 12 or so in here. I actually think a couple of these are babies. So they actually spawn. The big guy I got rid of. There was one that was dominant. Dicolas. Well, he's starting to show some color. Wanda. That'll eventually be for sale. I thought I had one holding right here. These guys are gonna start breeding soon. So thanks, Father Fish. Yeah, I like the aggressive fish, even though they're a pain in the ass. Don't get scared. I like my fronts. There's Katumbas, hopefully future breeders in the near future. They're getting about big enough, old enough, close. I'm not sure my ratio. Male there, male. That one other might be a male. Thinking 3 males, but I could be surprised. These are the Kapampas, which have spawned. There's babies in there. Never pulled actual fry from them. Just what's in the tank. That tank needs major clean. I hate that red algae. That's the blower. Sorry. There's that Midas, the jerk that beat the crap out of the female. Some convicts, Sobies. These are the oh, they're all hiding. These are the Regani, Viaja. I got them in at one time, F1s, whatever. My guy Dan, I see them underneath hiding. They've always been skittish. I've had them before. Hindus, Burundis, Monochromas. There's some Central Americans down there. Kitahira, whatever. This is the other Nangu group, which has been breeding babies in there. Big, getting to be big boys. Thick. There's Nenu, Nidolatus, Ludius. That's that beat up red devil. I gotta clean that tank. So much work. The Red Widow. And the ones I wish they spawned. I lost my big group. Used to be in 125. They went over there. I don't know what happened. There's some Victorians down there. Hidiensis Black Nasties, which I'm probably gonna sell. Maybe keep a pair. The Cons, the Platinums. Peacocks and hat types. With fins on that thing. OB pair, a beat up Jake. Look at that Rwanda. And that red. So Tanganyikas and Shelleys. I'm gonna try to move that Nangu back. That big pair of Brevis I might sell, that breeders. I'm gonna move these Reganis into a bigger tank. Yes. I have the Madoka Blue Lips, Williams Eyes. I have a breeding trio over there that I'll sell. They're in the hatchery. Either you can meet over here, or she's actually got a mouthful, that Walter Eye. Remember, I had that big show male at the shop, $5 pick by a number. Still have maybe 10 spots left. Stop in today, open 11 to 6. Lawanda, there's a bunch of females with mouthfuls. Lawanda. fluorescence. Let's see, questions here. I don't do a whole lot of Central Americans. I have them. I have my own Dovii. Oh yeah, the peacock. Yeah, father fish. I like Central Americans, but you know it's a niche fish. If you do have them breed, then you have too many. A lot of times they're, oh, look at that female, a big mouthful. I need to get those. I've been missing the babies. They don't survive. They obviously eat them in the tank. A young group of slow size. I have more slow size that can move around. Bernobi, he's pretty fantastic. Color net fish. I know it's a hybrid. Bicolors. The ultimate Mapambas, which you don't find hardly anymore. He's getting beat up. This male Mapengi red top is phenomenal, but he's gotten mean. So I gotta get the Walter. Oh, she's got a mouthful right there. Oh, what is that? The red shoulder peacock. I have a male for it. More of the Mapengis, which are hard to find. These are albino red top Mapengis, which I don't think there's any other ones than mine. That's a breeding old group of Pachacola cats. I'd never pull fry. If they show up, they show up. Wow, there's three together. Usually it's a pair. These albino Bouchardis. The Maswa Tropheus. There's a baby right there. Well, African cichlids are great. They're a little bit more manageable. There's babies in that tank somewhere. They've been breeding. Future breeder Gracilis is there's babies in this tank which needs a water change. See the babies popping up? Oh, Temporalis. Babies all over. It's been a while since I bred these. These are cool. Very aggressive. What's up, Dave? I wish these breed. I gotta do these tanks. I got so much maintenance to do. Gotta be transcriptus. The Africans are much more manageable than I say Central Americans, unless you deal with the smaller Central Americans. Neolatus, the Topaz, T-bar cichlids, the Sahicas. They're smaller forms. Central Americans, less aggressive. But most of the other stuff is big and aggressive, needs a lot of tank space. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to breed. I was trying to do the Midas, but I give up. They just beat the shit out of each other, and it's like, forget it. And then I have to rehab her. It's gonna be 2-3 months. Just getting her back in shape. So I got so much to do. Even the Promutts are spawning here. I don't even know. The babies just pop up right there. Here's more widows, and then female. Look at the baby. These are babies, 6-7 inch pertussis. I guess so. Some nice peacocks. I never rebuilt this base stand, which I don't know if I'm going to. I'm actually downsizing. More or less. It's just too much to take care of. I do all the hatchery work. Yeah. Now the buffalo heads, we got their new ones. They're F1. I think they're called the Red Line or Red Eye. They're at the shop. I wanted to bring some of those over. That's why I need to move some things around. Get rid of some things. So, of course, I have tons. Oh, there he is. He's a good-looking fish, but he's a jackass. They're always freaking, always mean. Red Devils, Midas, the big Central Americans. Central Americans are great. It's great to have as a pet fish. Oscars are South Americans. Your Sebrums. South America runs the gamut of different fish, so I I hate red devils. It's a love-hate relationship with those things. Um, I like them and then I hate them because they're such freaking pricks. I don't know where my phone holder is. Try to make me a seat for a minute. So much freaking work to do. Endless. This used to be S2, but this finally cleared up. The 340. Yeah, they're South America's favorites. Yeah, I like this South American. There's a big old red tiger Oscar. There's an angel that's surviving. Big old black belt dollars. There's I put the Hopperus pacificus, the true parrot cichlids in there. Let me switch this around. Oh, not my ugly mug. So, but the pacificus kicked the catfish out. Catfish used to go on that one side of that wood. Now pacificus is kind of taken over. This is an African cat, Gamas. He's my oldest fish. He's about 34 years old now. He's probably about 18 inches. It's my oldest fish. Ripsaw is probably a good 10, 12 years old maybe. These dollars are about the same, 10, 15. I lose track. This Arawai is not my original one. My old one eventually kicked the bucket. Never set these up. Oh, the 500 gallon. Well, I actually was about to glue the pipe last weekend, and the glue was bad, the PVC glue. So I have a new can there. So I got to clean those pipes. This is gonna be all capped off, and once that's done, I got to pull this thing away and build the base for this 500 gallon tank. So eventually get it up. I'm gonna run mostly air, box filter, sponge filters, and I'm gonna throw one FX6 on there. That's why I had to drill a hole right there to run the hose for the FX. It's going to go on this side. They didn't take a go in there. I'm going to fill that with bio balls. The problem with that, actually, I got to think. Just thinking about it, because I did that over there. I turned the overflow into a like a filter box. I had to drill some holes so water gets through. That's the only thing. I'm going to have to put some holes in that overflow so it has water consistently in there. Or like over there, the intake of the FX would be like sucking in air, making all kinds of noise. So yeah, I'll get this bad boy up sooner or later. Big tank. Yep. James, I didn't get new shoes yet. I'm wearing my old Columbia shoes. Dylan and his girlfriend down there stay with Austin. I forgot about that place. Austin might know it, but Dylan's going back down there next weekend. Him and Austin's going to be in a pickleball tournament. So they got big into pickleball. So usually play on Sunday morning, but tomorrow I don't know. The 155 bow I could set up if I could just get everything off of it. It's level and ready. This is going to take some leveling. The floor's not right. So I'm building a cinder block base with big foam board, OSB board, and but level the first row of cinder blocks and then build up from there. This is a mess. So here, this guy's going to go up for sale. I'm taking him to the store today. Another RD. Baby Otis. That one came from my guy Dan. I was going to use them for breeding, but my gopher cat. So I moved my piranhas. Well, I'm moving the red belly. I have a corner take I'm going to set up and put him in. So I'm kind of emptying this row, bottom row. I have another Trimac here. We got two more at the other building site. Here's the Gyphriums. These guys, usually when I put the phone up, they run. This is a South American in the Feste family. They get big, like 18 inches. Beautiful fish, not common. I had 6, like 3/4 inch, and this is where they're at, and I'm down to 4. I don't know. I think it's one male, two females, maybe a sub male. Big guy's hiding back there. But I'm going to move those into that 94-gallon cube tank, pull that Midas out, and leave the cons in there for them to beat up on. See, watch Capon. Look at the color in that fish. He's a beautiful fish, but he's shy. He don't like the foam. No, the air is when if the water's not going over the teeth, like this. If the water's low, then it's not filling this back up. So then it sucks out. Umbies. Yeah, those are not umbies. They're umbifrums. Or what is it called? Yeah. Giffriums, not umbifrums. It's Giffrium. It's the first time I ever had them. I bought them from a breeder a long time ago. Giffriums. They're in the same family, I guess, as a Feste, which is your red terrors. They get big, and they're aggressive. It's South American. There's that male. If I get, look at the spangled color, the red and the blue-green. I like them. I thought about putting those in the 350-gallon home, but I could still. That takes too much now. I just put the Bocuterai in there. I got Argente. I might take him to the shop and sell him. I already have a pair at the shop. A pair of chocolate cichlids, and then there's these little topaz right there. Cute little small Central American. I got a pair down there. They haven't spawned yet. I don't know what that little thing right there is. I don't know. Menagerie. That old piranha hasn't eaten for like ever. So he's dying. The red belly I brought back from South America in '08. Do they look like that as adults? The Giffriums? Yeah, I guess they get even more colorful. James Decker in down south, I think he's raised them. He might actually have spawned them. So, but yeah, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to put some holes so the water fills this box up, keeps it filled. I'm gonna fill it with bio balls, and so it serves as extra filtration, the intake of the FX. And if I needed a heater in here, which I don't, you could put the heater inside there so it's hidden, and just have the one return right here. And then I look at all the outlets: 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 outlets for sponge filters, box filters, whatever. This is just going to be for baby stuff. So I'm going to just put 200, 400 African babies, South American babies, Central American, just baby cichlids, and whatever. Even barbs. And just grow them out to like 3, 4 inches. Like I used to do at the other building, which used to be the Hatchery 3, the 450 and that 375 and a 300 deep dimension that leaked. I used to just raise young, and 4 to 5, 6 months, I have like male peacocks and haps colored at 3, 4 inches. So it was a nice, and I just do like a 50% water change, take the fish, bring the fish to the store, and that's it. Herbie, that sounds like something I've heard before. I'm not sure. Oh, there he is. See if I get close to him. Look at the red. I don't have good lighting on here either. This is just shop light, but it's a good looking fish. I like to breed them. Like, I'm kind of afraid to move them. That's the thing about cichlids. Sometimes you leave them alone. Just leave the freaking things alone. And I move them, all hell might break loose. So, yeah, I'm probably going to eliminate the tanks on here eventually. This whole side will be TPS, Tactical Prep, Survive, Gear and Supply. So I'm trying to get that business going. It'd probably be a better business, especially in this day and age. That 45 frag tank is going to be for sale. I have a bunch of used tanks. Yeah, the tank is definitely lower. Um, yeah, the intake will go down. This tank's only 2 foot tall, so the intake goes down here. You could move it. It doesn't matter, but the water level's got to be high, and the evaporation, especially in the winter, and the pump, and it sucks the water out of there quick. I learned that with this one. Switch this around. You can't tell. This used to be a wet dry on this, and I capped it off. So it even takes the water down 5 inches, 6 inches. And I got filled with bio balls and sponges. There's the FX 6 on here. And I actually need to have more holes. I just drilled like, I don't know, 3/8. You see some of the holes on both sides. I actually need some more holes in it. Next time I do a water change, I'll have to take half out so it gets more water in there, because this thing gets low and it starts making all that noise. So I'll have to do the same thing. Perfect timing while it's sitting like that dry. And I'll have to make some intake holes. Maybe I'll have to make some bigger ones. That's a whole thing I gotta watch, because I don't want the fish going back there either. As babies, I'll end up probably getting all them back there and drive me nuts. Triple shot, mocha. We'll see. I need triple something. Oh, that's not bad. Getting a little warm already. Holy crap. Oh shit, I left the air on in here again. Dang it. My freaking utility bills, electric bills, to the roof. So, let's go. I don't think I have the lights on. In the, yeah, I don't use wet dries anymore. Speaking of wet dries, I have 3 huge wet dry filters for sale. 2 of them were for the 500-gallon tanks, the 2 500s, and turn on the light here. And one was to the 300 deep dimensions of Marineland. Those setups are like $1,000 new, more. I know the pumps on the Marineland were like $300 each. They're really expensive. And the freaking 2 wet dries with the bio, there's probably $100 in each one of bio balls. So I just posted it yesterday, $150 each, or all 3 of them for $375 cash. So if you have a big system or central system you want to do, or a big salt tank or whatever, I mean, they're still usable. You can still use wet dries. I just don't anymore. 8-foot sump. What on tarnation? What on a 55-gallon tank? I've done past saltwater setups where the sump was bigger than the tank. I think we did a 300. Me and another guy in a company, we tag teamed a doctor's office in Columbus or somewhere. It was an all-day job. We had to drill through the floor, and it was like a 4-sided view, like what was it, 185-gallon acrylic with the center overflow, and then we had a 300-gallon sump in the basement. Crazy. So this is the 265. Is this, looks like it's, and this is the dojo. Used to be the retail store. Yeah, I was joking. I was like, there were some crazy things I seen back in the day with saltwater. I remember one time it was Ah, there was I've seen like some DIY jobs. Like one time was like a 15-gallon nano cube or something, and they hooked it to like a sump. It was like some people just have too much time and too much money, I guess, on their hands. Yeah, that's one reason I don't do wet dries. I don't do salt water. I quit salt years ago. Wet dry systems, sumps and refugiums and all that stuff was and sand filter beds and all that kind of crazy stuff. I'm not out of the saltwater game for a long time, never getting back in it. I thought about it a couple times, but saltwater's gotten really it was expensive just to be in the when I had next door was the salty side. I still have the signs. I call it the salty side. So I just did that storefront as saltwater only. And it was a pain because you got to rely on help, and you can always rely on help. And you can't screw up salt water. Overflow the RO unit. I mean, it was just. And back then, we didn't have LED lighting. It was just coming out, and it was. I remember like a 24-inch, 36-inch, and a 40-inch. A 24-inch was like $2,400 or something ridiculous. So I was running metal halides, VHOs, or high power compacts. And yeah, my electric bill over there, the freaking meter was like spinning out of control. So, and it was just too much. I used to go down the Keys and collect my own saltwater stuff before, bring it back in the van. Sands Alamorada, Sands Hotel, whatever. I had like tanks set up in the room, had air pumps. I'd bring back. I get a fishing license for a week and bring back baby gobies and shrimp and whatever. They hate it's hearing it's going fresh. Fresh is just it's much easier, less expensive. Um, yeah, salt's easier than it was back in the day. I've been in the hobby now for over 47 years. Been working in the industry for over 40, and my business now over 33 years. Ugh. So yeah, but cichlids has always been my passion. I love the cichlid group. You know, all the cichlids mostly. So African's been my main thing. Um, I do want to take a trip to Central America, Panama, maybe Costa Rica. I've been to Tanganyika, I've been to Malawi, I've been to South America, Central America and Asia has been on my radar to go um, to just go see fish farms, but I'm kind of weaning away. I'm tired. Actually, I just found some property, Southern Ohio, over 10 acres, and it's not a bad price. It has two septic systems. It has an old house, needs rehab, or they said build a new one, and then the price is not bad. I don't know if looking at the pictures, and it's not too far from OU where my son goes. So if I was 3 years younger, I'd go. How old are you? Only Oscars? How old? That's a good question because it's talked about, and I've been saying it for a few years that we're kind of a dying breed. I say 30 and over. Some say 40 and over. We don't have too many young people into the hobby anymore. What's the age group we have here? I'm 55. So obviously back in my kid years, we didn't have video games. There's Gray Dog 66 got me beat. Um, we didn't have video games. We had hobbies. We played outside. I caught crayfish in the creek and stuff. James, you're 44. I thought you were younger. Everybody thinks I'm younger than I am, but at 30-year-old, after that, who cares? 30 is when I got my tattoo. It was like a midlife crisis at 30. 51, Mr. Vaughn. Um, I want to get more tattoos. I might barter with that 120 set stand there, the tattoo people over here. You have, James, and so have I. That's like, I don't know. People like think I'm in my 40s, early 40s. Hard to believe I'm 55. Well, when I had this grow out, I don't have no hair. This is just, there's where I get gray. This, if people ask, someone just asked me recently, who was it? Was it you, James, or something? This was from blunt trauma. I didn't know it just showed up, this gray area of whiting, and 59, 3 years to retirement. Wow. Good luck to you, Casey. Right. No hair, no gray. So I'm behind. I gotta trim this down, but it goes back to my son was probably 4 or 5 years old. So he's 19, so 14 years ago maybe. Um, you're retired. Good for you. I want to retire. I want to semi-retire. I'm trying, but we were playing Nerf guns. Mine was at work. It was probably evening, and I was sitting in my recliner in the living room, and he comes running down the hall. And I'm just sitting in kind of, I'm just being lazy dad, just sitting in my seat and shooting. He's running around. He came up within a few feet of me, boom, and hit me right in the eye. That's the only thing I can think of. Wasn't even. I don't think I was back in karate yet. And I just remember getting hit in the eye, and I was on the floor almost crying. It hurt so bad. Dylan's like, "I'm sorry, Daddy." I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" And it like showed up like a year later. The doctor says probably from blunt trauma. So that's the only thing. And I used to try to diet, whatever, but I gave up. Too much maintenance, so that's what it is. My sister said I look cool, be X-Men. It's funny. Oh yeah, it's. Did I turn the air on, Dojo? Oh, good memories. 82. Let me get this down. I'm gonna be sweating today. So, I was gonna show you guys something in the back, but I'm not. It's too messy over there. There's a lot of mess around here. It's too much anymore. I'm tired. But I have a custom wrap. That's the picture on the start of the show. I hear Howie over there. Howie, behave. A wall that was custom wrap. I had come up with some new ideas. I'm actually moving fish. I moved the piranhas. I have a 2 tank. So I have 2 piranhas. One I'm not exactly sure. The other was small. I brought back from South America in '08. I think it's a black rom. Looks like a young black rom. But he's getting bigger. Then I had the big, huge Midas with a big hump that someone brought in a long time ago. I love that dude. And then I had a flower horn that's been in a 5 gallon, 5.5 gallon in the hatchery for like 5 years. 4 years at least. It got beat up. It was in the store when the store was here. And I rehabbed him to 5. It was just a little guy. He's about 4 inches. Good color. He's probably stunted. And so I put him in a 45, I think that acrylic. So, and then I had the Grimaud pair. They're Central Americans. That's the mini like Dovey eye a-holes. The male's like a super show winner, all that stuff. He won like best show and all that stuff. I have a female. She would lay eggs over there. So I have another 2 tank, and I put a sponge in the tube. But I let them together Thursday, and I kept going back and checking on them. And she had some bite marks. I put a bunch of decoration there. Fish are stupid sometimes. The females are stupid. I don't get it. It's like you go in there with the net, you can't catch the damn things. But they can get away from your net, 8-inch whatever net, but they can't get away from the other fish. It's like, doesn't make sense. So I had to put the sponge back in the middle, separate them. But I like to get them to breed. My friend Dan, it's such American. I had All American cichlids, whatever. He's retired, pretty much. Um, he says I have to divide it, put the egg crate in the middle with the slate, and they have to spawn through the crate. You can't like hardly put them together, unless you put them in a big pond or something. The last fish is wise to the net. Yeah, I just took some fish out of a maintenance count, and I just 150, a 6 foot glass tank in a wall, and I knew the dominant male one peacock. I redid it because they've been knocking each other off. Fish are big. There's one for Tosa. So some of those fish are over there for sale. There were some females left. Of course, one dominant lemon Jake it was. And of course, he was the jerk off that I had the last one I could catch. He would just wedge himself behind the intake of the FX, and I'm like, and then he goes to the other side, and I got one long net and a big net and whatever, and I caught herd the cattle usually, but yeah, that'll prick took me a few minutes to finally catch him without taking everything out of the tank. I had a big tub ready if I had to start taking all the frickin' rocks and stuff out. I didn't want to do that, so. And I just put a bunch of young, put like 5 Burundis in there and some, like a group of Morai blue dolphins, redid it. So small stuff that grows out. So the fish are included with the maintenance service on commercial accounts. So, so once in a while I have to do that because they're like, hey, Dave, the tank's getting kind of thin, or, oh, this fish another one just got killed. I'm like, all right, time to, I don't like try to put new fish in an established tank, especially with some dominant fish or territorial cichlids. It doesn't always work. A lot of times they end up beating the crap out of the new stuff, and it's just better to take them out and start all over. So now, if I was moving a tank and doing something like that, I do the same thing. I end up getting clean water out first, in the tubs, bags, whatever. So it's put off to the side, and then I start just draining it. I could pump it out if I want to get it out done quick, and I start cleaning the sides. It'll get dirty, the substrate. You start stirring up, and then you get everything out, and then I practically just pick up the fish with my hand and throw them in the bags or the tubs or whatever. Species only tank, yeah. I like that. That's like the Fritoses. You have a group till one, they're high in domestic violence, some of these fish. They hardly ever get sick, jump out maybe, but co-species aggression is usually the problem. Yeah, I think I have fish smarter than some people. Joe Biden. Kidding. um, I get tired. Where's everybody from? We got ages. I think James, you're the youngest, maybe. 44, 66. 30 years younger I'd go. Let's see. Not everybody's talking, but. Where's everybody from? I know James is south of here. Sometimes we get some people from Australia on here and there. California. Wow. Yep. How do you, I don't know where that is, but I've had a lot of friends over the years. The national park forest there. Never, the only time I've been to California was LAX airport, and I had to run from one end of the airport to the other to fly to Sydney, Australia. That was my one and only time in California. But California's got a lot of crap. The politics and everything else. So many people are leaving. And that goes back to what I was going to say. I had a lot of friends that used to be in the fish that got out of fish because it was the water, the utilities, it got so expensive. Oh, you're a neighbor, bud. The worst place. It's beautiful. Everybody talks how beautiful California is, but it's being ruined by politics for one. Now you got Elon Musk is leaving, man. That's huge. Bringing his whole, it's like done, and just the craziness. So don't. I know a lot of Texans. Don't turn Texas crazy. So, but yeah, the cost. I know, like one. I am talked to one old fish friend. He got into reptiles, I think. Like snakes. They don't need a lot of water. Dry, dry animals, dry pets. That don't cost. And you already have. It's already warm, I guess. So there's it's much easier to keep the reptiles and stuff. Yeah, it's expensive like everywhere, but over where you're at, California is definitely probably one of the highest. That New York, um, New Jersey's way up there, I guess. What I see, read. Ohio's not bad. I'm looking. I just found this property this morning, over 10 acres. My son goes to OU, Ohio University in Athens. Really love it down there. We like Hocking Hills. It's not even like Ohio. I know the first time we went to Hocking Hills, stayed in this cabin, and we went all the hikes, the caves and waterfall. That's like, man, it's beautiful. I could, yeah, I could almost live there. But man, I found this land. It's tempting, and I don't getting a loan. Oh my gosh, I know I can get a loan, but the interest rates, but the price is good. I shouldn't look because I'm not ready yet. But it might be one of those opportunities to jump on it and then eventually build myself a cabin. I kind of want to be off the grid. So they said Spectrum's at the street. I hate Spectrum. That's what I have here and at the other building. Um, you're limited unless you go with Elon's satellite deal. Uh, yeah, sorry to hear that. Only Oscars. Um, what am I doing? Pushing buttons. Um, yeah, and I'm not getting any younger. So this stupid thing, I'm gonna go. My fiance goes to a new place that was recommended by two different patrons, customers that came in her library. She works at the county library, and I'm gonna go to them. I was started dry needle things before on my little vacation, but this tendonitis, man, even at night, kind of wakes me up. My back is so. I'm wearing like a belt. I got a watch. I had sciatic nerve in my back. It's finally been going away, but I just got to be careful. But I think about that. I want simpler life. I want to simplify things, but I just look at. I don't have many years left. Maybe 15. I don't know. Let's see. My dad made it to 81. His dad made it to 83. My mom's in her 80s. I feel you. I'm finding stuff. Yesterday, I haven't had the apartment rented for over 4 years. 5 years. Holy crap, 5 years. And being a landlord is a headache in Cleveland, Cobb County. Um, I think there's more slum tenants than there are slumlords. But the money for rent now it's double, more than double what I was getting. Ken was 64, and it was stomach cancer. He was with me 10 years. I was only charging him $550 a month, 3 bedroom. It was in good shape. Now it's even more good shape because when he moved out, he was sick. I know he didn't make it. He just all of a sudden, and he was a little guy, older guy, clean, no hassle, didn't smoke, one car. I took less money than I was getting before him, and but I didn't have issues. He was just easy. New washer and dryer put down there, but I refinished all the hardwood floors, new drywall ceilings. It's kind of my office warehouse. Oscars are like dogs with fins, eating pooping machines. And very well aware what's outside going on. Holy crap, it's 9:30 something. I talk too much sometimes. Uh, but life. You see any fish? This tank's doing good. Knock on wood. Don't jinx myself. I like to bring my freshwater tiger moor eel in here, but he's just to feed him. It'll be a challenge. My fire eel stays in there. He's getting big, but I love that. I might have to try bring that moor eel in there. That'd free up a 40-gallon breeder over there for other fish. So hopefully busy season comes back in the fall. Fingers crossed. It's been slow. Summer's typically slow for us, so. 115 Oscars? Are you nuts? Don't answer. That says it all. Holy crap. Well, I have no room to talk. I have like 1,000 Frentosas probably. I just a random number. I can't count them all with babies and everything. So I'm running, I don't know. I think it's 275 tanks here roundabout, and about the same over there. So total maybe 550 tanks, and I'm down to 6 tanks at home. So 35,000 gallons. I don't even have the 500 gallon up. That adds a few more gallons. But I'm taking down small tanks. Gotta get all colors. Well, I've shipped in some Asian ones. Like one time I shipped in the lemon. They didn't stay lemon, yellow. They're like 3 inchers. I had a fish friend, Anthony Tonio, in Buffalo. I seeked them out, got them in, made because he was looking for them. So I think some of them are juiced, unfortunately, from Asia. That's a common practice there. Hormoned, and they lose the color. Only 3,500 gallons. You need a few more. Those are rookie numbers. You gotta get those gallons up. James, where are you at? About 1,000 gallons, maybe. So, anywho, all right, I gotta go. I got so much work to do. I gotta pick up lunch just before shop opens. We're open 11 to 5 today. Um, oh, nice. He gets some nice fish, pricey fish, but he gets a lot. No problem. Y'all have a great weekend. Our weather's fantastic here. Not as humid. It's been pretty hot. We got rain coming, which we need. I should have watered the flowers last night or this morning in the back. A lot of our plants are just drying up. Um, Mylan's out of commission. She's out of work till Wednesday now because of that sciatic nerve crap. So, pricey. Yeah, shipping. People always ask about me shipping. It's here and there, and I just tell them right off the bat, it's next flight guarantee, which is usually $100 plus for a box from Southwest, and it's gonna be about the same if it's USPS Express. All right, see you only Oscars. Take care. Thanks for hanging out. Y'all take care. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you. Like, subscribe, share, whatever. You know, everybody says the same thing. I listen to a bunch of other different like podcast channels. Everybody's like a repeat stuff. So yeah, try to. This could be my retirement. I doubt it. I'm so far behind, but it's all good. Well, that's yeah. Essential is getting live, healthy fish on arrival. So, all right, y'all take care. I'm out. Have a good week.